We've talked about arithmetic sequences and series. Now we're going to go over a geometric series and how it relates to its sequence. Our rule for a geometric series is S sub n equals a sub 1, your first term, times this fraction, 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. R is that common ratio to get from one number to the next. In number 1, we need to find the indicated sum for this geometric series, and that sum is the first 7 terms. We've got 3 minus 6 plus 12 minus 24, and so on. In our rule for a geometric series, we need the very first term. We know that's 3. A sub 1 is 3. We also need the common ratio. How do we get from 3 to 6? Remember, it's geometric, so this time we're seeing what multiplies to get from 3 to negative 6, negative 6 to 12, 12 to negative 24. So from 3 to negative 6, we would multiply by negative 2. The same thing applies for negative 6 to 12 and 12 to negative 24. So r is negative 2. So to find the sum of the first 7 terms, remember n here is 7, we need the first 7 terms being 3 times the quantity 1 minus negative 2 to the power of n, which is 7, over 1 minus negative 2. So when we simplify this on the inside, we have 3 times. Now negative 2 to the 7th power is negative 128. So we have 1 minus negative 128, giving us 129 over 1 minus negative 2, which is 3. But on the outside, we also had a 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, leaving us with 129. So the sum of the first 7 terms here is 129. In this example, we're giving you sigma notation. When your geometric series is in sigma notation, that top number, that's your n. The number that's in front of any parentheses you might have, that's your a sub 1. Even if there's no number there, your a sub 1 would be 1. And then whatever's inside of the parentheses, that's our value of r. So having sigma notation for a geometric series makes things very clear as to which variable is which. We're looking for s sub 8, the sum of the first 8 terms. A sub 1 is 4 times 1 minus 1/2 to the power of 8 over 1 minus 1/2. This one I'm going to go ahead and put in the calculator. So I have 4 times 1 minus 1/2 to the 8th over 1 minus 1/2. And that gives me, as a fraction, 255 over 32. I'm keeping this as a simplified fraction. If you want it as a decimal, that is almost 8. So the sum almost adds up to 8 in this situation. Here we've got a word problem. A virus goes through a computer affecting files. If one file was affected initially, so that's our a sub 1, that was one file, and the total number of files infected doubles, that means as we're going from one number to the next, we're multiplying by 2. How many total files will be infected in 20 minutes? So here n is 20. Using our rule, we have s sub 20 equals a sub 1, which is 1, times 1 minus 2 to the 20 over 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 to the 20 over 1 minus 2 is this very large number, 1,048,575 files are being infected.